If you love a good looter game, but without a side of violence, this is the game for you. Caravan Sandwich is an open world exploration adventure game where you explore a desert planet in search of your lost sister. In this video, we'll be giving a full review of the game and ranking it from decaf to fully caffeinated. This is something we do regularly here at the Indie Brew, so make sure to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on any more indie game content. Without further ado, let's grind this game down and see how it brews. Caravan Sandwich has the makings of a really great story. You head back to your home planet after receiving a mysterious ping from your sister's spaceship that disappeared years ago along with your sister. Arriving back home is not the happy reunion you thought it would be though, with the planet having been abandoned by the humans exploiting it after a mysterious and permanent storm started. With the planet left in ruins, a mysterious being has also set up signal jammers around the planet, restricting contact and making it impossible for the locals to work or communicate. You'll explore the planet, taking down signal jammers and learning more about the mysterious sandwiches that roam the area while you try and find out what happened to your sister. This game has a really promising storyline and the concept of the game is great. The story draws you in, but the dialogue kind of lets it down in some ways, not really giving a whole lot of depth to the story, and at times it feels like it's glossing over important information or leaving some important details out. In such an expansive and interesting world, there really is a lot of potential to integrate more of the lore of the world into the environment itself, and the overarching story is actually really interesting, so it is a little bit disappointing to not see it as fleshed out as it could have been. That being said, I absolutely love the world and the concept of the game. So for story, I'm rating Caravan Sandwich as bust. The gameplay of Caravan Sandwich is quite simply pretty incredible. The main gameplay is quest-based, seeing you complete main tasks as well as side quests to progress the story. You'll travel across the desert in your trusty caravan, exploring ruins and a pretty stunning natural landscape. A big chunk of the game is dedicated to exploring the ruins and salvaging parts, with you needing to collect different parts to be able to upgrade your fare. Some quests will see you need to collect certain things, and the main quest will see you need to explore the whole landscape and disable or turn on different pieces of equipment. The ruins themselves are a great challenge, with a cool puzzle element that sees you need to work out how to access different areas to be able to get the best components, and I really enjoyed this part of the game. As you progress, you can upgrade the van with different tools, allowing you to scan the area for different components, adding a grab tool, and giving you hacking abilities too, which allow you to access different parts of the map. One interesting part of the game is that there's no fall damage or car damage, which actually adds a whole lot of fun, as you can pretty much yeet your van off whatever you like, and jumping down from high places can definitely save you a lot of time. This is definitely a game that feels like a cozy looting game, as there's no real enemies or danger in the game, and the added meditation style points really let you appreciate the game world. I did find that parts of the game really made me motion sick, even with the motion sickness filter on, which did make it hard to play the game for longer than an hour or so at a time. So definitely keep that in mind if you're someone who is prone to getting motion sickness in these types of games. That being said, the gameplay really draws you back and made me want to just keep pushing through to be able to keep playing. This is a game that feels balanced and has an addictive quality and is one full of great areas to explore. So for gameplay, I'm rating Caravan Sandwich as fully caffeinated. Caravan Sandwich has a fun, colourful design that feels like it really fits the setting of the game. The use of colour is really interesting and brings a lot of dimension to the game and differentiates between the ruin areas and the areas full of life on the planet really well. The soundtrack is interesting and sets the perfect landscape for the game, and the sound effects add that extra layer, bringing the game to life and giving vital details to things happening in the game. The game feels cohesive and well designed, bringing a cozy sci-fi feel to the gameplay that is really interesting. So for design, I'm rating Caravan Sandwich as fully caffeinated. Caravan Sandwich is a game that can be compared to many other games, but only in really specific instances. The driving side could be compared to games like GTA or Forza Horizon, with the conveniently placed jumps definitely a nod to some amazing car driving games. The looting is not an unfamiliar mechanic either, but the components that you collect make it interesting and just different enough to feel unique. It's definitely one of those games that feels familiar and comfortable to play. There's no mechanics in there that feel really different to other games, but the game doesn't specifically feel like anything else. The story is really interesting and different to any other games in this genre, giving us a cool and intriguing mystery to solve. And overall, the game does feel like it has its own seat at the table. So for originality, I'm rating Caravan Sandwich as bust. Caravan Sandwich is an intriguing exploration game full of looting, driving, and adventure. The story is interesting and draws you right in, and the game is just really fun to play. We've ground the beans, we've carefully weighed and pressed the grinds, and brewed this game down. Now, it's time for a taste test. Caravan Sandwich is buzzed. Caravan Sandwich is available on Steam, Switch, and PS5 now. You can find the link in the description below. And that's where we're going to wrap up this review video. If you're looking for more indie game recommendations, click here. And until next time, stay caffeinated.